obviously when we first got started, me and Anthony putting in the hours, putting in the work a lot. But obviously I saw greater opportunities of like where we can be and building the team out and, really replacing ourselves. And, we're continually looking to do that, hire new talent, create new leaders in our team. So that way we can replace ourselves so we can do bigger and better and grow our companies. And so, we've had talks of, in the future going towards, doing all commercial soon and like having that whole room that Anthony runs be commercial. So there's definitely a vision for bigger and better. We're right now looking to replicate what we built on that wholesale side that runs pretty smooth, although there are always hiccups and things going on. But, we're trying to replicate that to the commercial side right now to build and take down as many as many self-storage facilities and commercial properties as we do with the single family. So kind of just replicating the machine we created over here into this different asset classes. So we can look to acquire this year $50 million in commercial assets.
I love that. But let me ask you before we get into the market, because I want to talk about the market and what you see, and I want to talk a little bit about self-storage because you talked about that on the panel as well. Generational wealth, that's a big new term. Well, at least I feel like everybody's using that term. What does that mean to you guys? What are you doing? What are you creating? Talk about because we have financial planners that talk about generational wealth, and we have all of these people out there spouting out that word. And I know you can talk about it because you talked about it before. So tell us.
Yeah. So, one thing my brother and I have done is like retire our parents and make sure like they're good and covered. But looking to set up our downline, our children's children for the future of like, not essentially for me in my eyes, like not having them have to, do something for money, but like go after whatever they want to do, whether it's doing music or art or whatever it is, but they'll always have a foundation of like knowing our business, and we'll have to educate them on that and have properties and assets that create this passive income that allows them to live just off essentially passive income. And so by doing that, a lot of people have like family offices. So that'd be something that we would like to have, where when you can achieve and have, $100 million and just live off the interest, I think that's like for me, the definition of generational wealth, where you can have a safe, the nest egg that produces so much income off just the interest that's all you ever have to live off of. And then my kids' kids and Anthony's kids can benefit from all that and realize, what we have done to, provide that for them.
I love that you retired your parents. Anytime you want to retire Uncle Ted, please let me know. I'm in it for the win. All right, so let's talk about the market. Anthony, I'll ask you. I know your operations, so talk from that perspective. Then Alex and Derek, you guys can talk from yours. But tell us about the market right now. We're hearing a lot of nobody's really sure what's going on, but they're never really sure what's going on, I feel like. What's the market for you like as far as the operations go?
Anthony, you go first? Yeah.
Yeah, I can start first. And I'll kind of give you my side. My perspective from my side is going to be with cash investors, guys who are trying to build a portfolio, flip properties, or be a landlord. So everybody's always going to have different opinions, but what I'm seeing on my side is, a year or two ago, everything was hedge funds. So wholesalers were making a killing because big banks were buying properties at 90 cents on the dollar. What I'm seeing now from the people who weren't these big banks, the regular investors, they're a little bit more cautious. I think with COVID, originally, everybody really stopped for like a good couple months, and then the big people strived, and they're like, oh, COVID's really not a big issue for us. And then now with this new transition with the market, where properties are taking a little bit longer to sell, our buyers they're not slowing down, but they're making sure the numbers are better. So it's like, and they're trying to stay away from high ARVs with like the after repair value. So the homes that are going for like $500,000 and up, unless you're giving them at like a home run price, they don't want to take that on, because they're like, hey, if this is going to sit on the market for 60, 90, 120 days, I got hard costs involved. So I want to make sure I have enough cushion. What I am seeing is things that are sub 300s fly off the shelves. because they're in and out, 1,000 square foot homes, easy cosmetic rehabs. There's no marble. It's just in and out. Landlords are still buying with companies like Pad Split. They're kind of help zhuzhing the market up for people to get a little bit more creative, since it seems like the Airbnb guys are kind of out, these short-term rentals. So everyone's kind of going to Pad Split. So we've been leaning more towards lower purchase price homes, like lower middle class neighborhoods. We're not selling the super nice luxury houses as much as we used to. But for us, people are still actively buying. They want a little bit more cushion, but right now we're gearing more towards landlords who are a little bit more creative than typical house flippers. And the house flippers are just coming in a little bit lower. But with our company, with wholesale, we just try to get that feedback from buyers and adjust to what they like.
Are you seeing the same thing? What's your perspective, Alex? Thanks, Anthony.
So I agree with everything Anthony said. Dealing with self-storage, it's a little bit different. So right now, I think we've been picking up a lot of deals. I think as of Friday, which was like the 15th, we picked up like 23 wholesale contracts. We contracted 23 houses. And so I think there's a lot of people hurting in the market and are willing to sell because they have a problem or problem property. And so when you have, those kind of situations, those are the people that typically are going to sell their house. The person who has, a 2%, 3% mortgage and everything's fine, and maybe they have it rented out or whatever it may be, they don't need to sell. But the people who actually need to sell will sell because they have issues going on in their lives and they have